Ashley with Pugs and Pearls, and today this is a long awaited video for me because I love doing these. I normally do them weekly. It is my weekly what's in my makeup basket chat, and I haven't been doing them for weeks now, and I'm finally getting back to doing them. I basically kind of just show you what I've been using, talk about the products, just kind of chat about other stuff too, like whatever's on my mind, and I'm trying to incorporate that more because again, this is just so much fun for me to just chat with you guys and, you know, talk about different things. I've got Pearl up on the bed today, which is unusual. Normally it's Dutch because she can't jump up there on her own. So Dutch didn't come into the room today to film, but Pearl came. She wanted to hang out with the ladies, so Pearl the pug is over there. And let's see. Well, I filmed a lot of videos today, so I will be having a lot coming up this week. I did also, this video is going up after this, but today is a collab video, so it's a nail polish video. It's summer favorites, so check that out. I will link it below. It's going up today. It was a lot of fun. I did it with a couple of ladies, and it's supposed to be a twist on nail polish, not typical summer nail polishes, although mine are so generic, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. So you'll have to check that out. And then what else? I feel like we're in summertime, like, you know, we finally made it. I don't know if officially it's summer, but it feels like summer here in Florida. So I'm super all about like anything tropical smelling or products that have anything to do with coconut. I've been loving it. Actually, one thing I pulled out of like my vault that we can talk about is this coconut surf. This is a body spray from Bath and Body Works, and it's probably like years old, but it's still really good. And they always have some kind of coconut. I think their coconut right now is like a Waikiki coconut. They're always really good. So I pulled out this big baby. I never go through these big bottles, so I usually don't buy them anymore, but I've been really loving that. It's been very tropical vibes over here. And then of course I feel like everybody's into like this mermaid and mermaid or unicorn stuff. So I recently did like a Tarte haul, and I got this bag from Tarte, and you can't buy it individually, or at least I couldn't find it for you guys, because I did do a whole unboxing video because it was like a really good deal where you got to pick a bunch of products from Tarte, and it was like $60 total. Such a steal. And this bag was part of that like set. So it's like this super cool, like, looks like snake skin, but it's all holographic. So I was traveling, not this past week, but the week prior, and I went home to Pensacola to visit my parents. Today's Father's Day, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to spend it with my dad during the actual day, so we kind of didn't film or anything. I normally vlog my trips to Pensacola, and I show you guys what we're doing, but we really didn't do anything. We went to the beach one day, which was amazing, perfect beach day, but I just knew we were really hanging with my family, so I didn't want to vlog that week. But I did pack a bag to go, and I've basically still been using these same products. So I wanted to kind of talk about them with you today, what I've been using and what I've really been loving. And so let's see, first things first, let's talk about some lip products. You guys know, like, I love to have lip balm, really good lip balm to hydrate my lips before I do any kind of lipstick or anything. And recently I had hauled from Sephora these two little guys. One is, this one is a honey lip scrub, and it's called, yeah, it's honey lip scrub, that's what it's called. And then this one is coconut lip balm. And I really have liked this coconut one. It does smell like coconut. It's got just a white clear, doesn't have any color to it. It smells immediately like coconut on your lips, and it's very moisturizing, very hydrating. So I've been using this prior to lipstick. But before this, at nighttime, I will do this honey lip scrub. And when I first tried it, you guys, I was like, I don't feel any grit on this. Like, it doesn't feel like it's exfoliating. Well, it actually is now. Like, I finally got down a little bit, so you can see there is some texture there. There's some grit, hopefully. And I've just been putting this on at night, kind of like putting my lips together to kind of like massage out all of that scrub. And it's definitely helped my lips not be so like flaky or dry. And then I put this moisturizing coconut lip balm on top of it after I'm done with the scrub. So I'm actually liking these, and I wasn't sure when I bought them if I would, and these are from Sephora. They're fairly new. So I have been enjoying those. Those have been really, really nice. And then this is something I've had in my bag. I've used this for a long time now. This is the BH Cosmetics. This is their Smooth Canvas in the shade Malt, and it is a eye primer. So I use this all the time, and you can see like it's getting nasty. I've been digging my finger in there. It's starting to dry up a little bit, which happens sometimes with these like pot concealers, but it does a great job of prepping my eyes for eyeshadow and just like getting any discoloration kind of covered. So it's always a big product. I love it. And then for eyebrows, let's talk about some products that I have been loving, and I've been using these pretty much like the last month. The first one is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit. I got mine in the travel size. It's like a $12 pencil. And you just twist up, and it has kind of like a teardrop like shape to it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's angled. So it makes it really easy to fill in your brows and kind of like, you know, without really having to be precise. Like, I'm not too specific about them. I just want them to feel full, to look pretty natural, not overly done. So I've been filling them in with this, and then I have been taking my Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara, and I've just been kind of going over that to kind of set them and hold them, and it works decently well. It's very affordable. I do think the Anastasia gel one that I used to have probably works a little bit better, but this is a very affordable option at the drugstore, or I get this at Ulta actually. And it's been working out okay. Like I said, I think the Anastasia is a little better, but it's brow gel. It'll be fine. You know, I've been using it and I've been pretty much enjoying it. One product that I've raved about a lot is this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I use this every single day. I have the shade Light, and this goes under my eyes, it goes on my chin, it covers up any red marks I have. 100%, this is the best concealer I have ever used in my life, and nothing has knocked it out of the park yet. This is the best, absolute best. All right, let's talk some mascara products. So I've got one that's been a staple. This is the Bottom Lash Mascara that I use. It's the Mega Length from Wet n Wild. And again, there's nothing extra special about this. It's such a generic mascara from the drugstore. It's super cheap, but it has such a thin wand. I use this just to pull down my lower lashes because it's so much easier than putting any fat bristles down there, because I will get it all over the place. I love it. I use it every single day. Super big staple for me. And then for the longest time, I was using this Tarte Gifted mascara that I got when I did my Tarte unboxing. I did that whole kit. I bought this in the full size. I'd had a sample. I love this. It's very natural looking. I mean, it gives you volume and length, but it's not like crazy like the Better Than Sex one from Too Faced. It's just a standard bristle brush, and I've really enjoyed it. I've been wearing this to work a ton. And then recently, I got a subscription box, and it came with a Burberry Cat Lashes mascara, and that's actually what I'm wearing today, and I am in love. And I hate it because I don't want to love luxury products because they're so expensive. And honestly, there's so much good mascara out there in the drugstore. You do not need to spend extra money on it. You really don't. But I will say, the Burberry mascara in Jet Black from their Cat Lashes line, I do like it. I have to say, I really do. And this is my first Burberry product. Like I said, it was a sample. It came in a subscription box. It has rubber bristles, and it's got like a barbell type look to it. It's like two balls and then a skinny little guy in the middle. But it really does lengthen. And I mean, you can tell. I mean, I think they look pretty cool. They look very lengthened. I don't know. I really like it. I'm definitely going to use this up. So I was really happy to just get the opportunity to try it. So for primer, I still have a, it's the Complexion primer from Urban Decay. That's their Optical Illusion one. It's like the light pink version. And I really have enjoyed this. You can see I'm almost finished with it, but it's a nice covering, a very pore filling, and just kind of like smooths out your face. I really like it. It's really good. And I got this like as a sample size, and I really will continue to use it. I have plenty of other samples, so I probably will not repurchase it. But it was a good one. Like, if you are looking for one that's new, that's out, that's to try, I would recommend it. It's just, like I said, I have so many to get through, like I don't need to go out and buy any new ones. So let's talk lipsticks. I would say I've been going back and forth between this Tarte and this Urban Decay lipstick, and these are like, they've just been some of my favorites to wear to work every day. This Urban Decay one is their like new Vice lipstick packaging, and it's the Comfort Matte in the shade Back Talk. So it's actually like a really high quality, I feel like it's really high quality. It lasts a long time versus average lipsticks. This is what it looks like. It's kind of like a pinky purple, and it has great pigment. It's smooth, it's creamy, and it's hydrating. So it gives a nice pop of pink and purple color to me. And it's a very natural looking lipstick. You know, it's a very easy work appropriate one. And then this other one from Tarte, this is like from their new line. I love this packaging. It's kind of like a marbled blue and white shape, and it's called Salt Life. So it's kind of like a summer themed lipstick. And this is, I forget the exact name of these. I want to say like there's some kind of like splash in the name, Color Splash lipsticks. This one is more of like a purple gray, like a pink purple gray. So I'll put it next to this one so you can kind of see. It's a little bit different, but again, still very wearable for work. It's just more of a light purple. And I really like it. Again, it's very creamy, it's very moisturizing, it has a decent lasting power. Not going to last you all day, but I'd say about 4 hours. Alright guys, and I also took with me, and I've been using this a lot, this is the new or limited edition Wet n Wild Sweetheart, the Sweetest Bling Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. So it comes in this cute packaging. This is again really affordable. You can buy this online at wetnwildbeauty.com, and it is a light pink highlight, and it really is pretty blingin'. It has a lot of light pink power, and I just think it's cute, and I think especially for the summertime, it was like a nice one to have. Now for powder, again, when I bought my Tarte kit, I bought this. This is a creamy like foundation powder, which I don't have a lot of these because I don't think they give the best coverage, but I wanted to try it. I've been into the powder foundation, but I just don't think it's as good as the liquid or like mousse type foundation. So this is what this one is. It's Fair Light Neutral in the shade, or the shade is Fair Light Neutral, and it's Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation. So this is what it looks like. It's got that BB, like backwards B. It's from Tarte, if I didn't say that. This is what it looks like. It has a little mirror, and then here is your powder foundation there. So you can see I've been digging into it. I've been using this puff. So sometimes I'll like take it and then I'll just like, you know, pat it onto the skin. And so this is, I need your guys' help. Like, how do you apply this type of powder foundation? Do you use like a puff that it comes with? Do you use a kabuki like flat style brush? Do you use more of like a dome fluffy brush? Do you use a beauty blender? I don't know. Sometimes depending on what I have underneath, like what primer I use, I have to use different brushes to make powder foundation work. So I'm just curious. I do like it. It's a very natural looking, like I said, color. It's light to medium coverage by itself. On top of foundation, it gives like a nice matte finish. But I'm just curious, like, what do you guys use when you do your powder foundations? Like, I don't know if I'm applying it right. Maybe I'm not using the right product, but it's okay. And I have been using it. This has been my setting powder, even though it's a foundation. I've set all of my other foundation that I use with it. And honestly, my favorite foundation that I have continued to use is this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is in the shade Rose Ivory. I absolutely love it. It's so affordable, but I feel like it is just flawless, and it is so cheap. I mean, being Wet n Wild, it is just extremely affordable. I've been wearing that ever since like the end of last year, so 100%. Now we're going to move into some fun palettes that I've been using. So let's talk about one that has remained a staple since I have purchased it. This is from Lorac, and if you guys know, Pirates of the Caribbean came out with a eyeshadow palette, they came out with a cheek palette, they came out with lipsticks and lip gloss duos. And I have to say, out of everything that I've used, I have used the cheek palette the most. It's travel friendly because it's small, so I took it on my trip. This is actually supposed to be the Diary of Karina Smith, which is the new character in the movie. And when you open it up, I did a whole review on this, by the way, if you want to see it. But it's got like a moon like cover, like, which I can't get rid of because it's too cute. It's got a full mirror, and then you have your blush, your bronzer, 3 highlighters, and then like a blush topper. So I have been loving this one, which is Caribbean. This is the blush. I've been wearing this a ton. And then I've used a lot of like this pink highlighter. This one is called Destined. So I have been using it. It is so soft and so creamy. I love it. And then let me give you Caribbean. Been using this a lot. It's kind of like a muted pink, dusty pink. And then I've been using Lost Soul as a light bronzer. I've been heavily digging into that. It's super light, but it's very, very buildable. And I just love that you have so many options with this palette. So I have been loving it. I've used it every day since I've got it. I've traveled with it, and I have heavily used that Lost Soul bronzer. So I'm a big, big fan. Love it. It was probably one of the best products they made. I did love the eyeshadow palette, but it's definitely more of a cool tone palette, so I don't use it every day. I just use it when I want to. But let's talk about another brand new palette that came out. I was going to do a review the day I got this. This I got from Sephora when they had their like VIB Rouge early, I guess, like party, which I'd never been to before because I hadn't been Rouge for the longest time, I want to say. And I went early before the mall opened. I got this, which is supposed to be a fall preview. This is Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3 palette, and I have the Volume 1, I have the Volume 2, which I love both. So without really looking at anything, I just went ahead and purchased Volume 3, which is this like really pretty peacocky looking pattern, or I guess you could also think that's mermaid scales. So really pretty packaging, same as the others, just really nice. And then when you open it up, it's the same type of, you know, different like big pans, and then you have a lot of these shimmery shades, and it's a very warm palette. So for me, I have to say, I'm not sure that I love it. It's okay, but these shades are not different enough for your looks to be that different. I have used this all week when I got it. I took it on vacation with me. It was the only palette I took. There's only one matte. There's only one matte in here, and it's so light you barely see it in the crease. So I'm still testing this, and don't get me wrong, like it's still really pretty shimmery shades. It's a very warm tone palette. So if you like that, I just don't think you're going to get a lot of variety with this palette. I'm still testing it. I do plan to do a full review on it. If you guys want to see a full swatch and review on this, definitely let me know. I think I will, but I have to say, like, initial impressions, I feel a little bit let down. I mean, they did such a good job on 1 and 2, and this one just seems like they half-assed it, and the shades are not different enough. Like, I don't know, like I was really kind of surprised because they had done such a good job. It just seemed weird. But don't worry, I will be doing some tutorials with it anyway because I bought it and I'm still going to use it. The shades are nice. You just have to really use your finger to intensify some of those shimmer shades, or use like water on your brush, or do like Fix Plus to get more of like a pop of color. Now another palette that I bought, and this is like, you know, I feel like it's taken the world by storm. This is the Naked Urban Decay Heat palette. I'm wearing it today, so love this look. I had so much fun putting this together. Now I do plan again on doing another separate review on this too, because there's been a lot of like things that people have said about it. It has nice packaging. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm all about warm shades. Like, I'm all about warm tones. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a wonderful mix of mattes and shimmers, and they just seem perfect for like a summer Miami hot heat kind of vibe. Now, just first impressions, I've been using this ever since I got it. I got it on Tuesday, so I've been using it most of this week. I will say there is nothing cool about this palette. I mean, cool tone-wise. Everything is warm, and so sometimes when that happens, your looks tend to look very similar. Again, very similar because you don't have enough variety. Although I will say this is much better than the Tarte palette. You still can do variety in this, but it's all going to be warm. You're not going to get any cool looks or anything like that with a palette like this. So be forewarned, it is for people who like warm, rich shades. Even your lighter colors here are all warm toned colors, except for maybe this like white shimmer. That being said though, I love the look that I've made. I'm still playing around with it, and I tend to do very similar looks I've noticed with this palette. I have noticed that I felt like the eyeshadow has faded a lot during the day. It doesn't seem to have a very long lasting power, which is weird because I use eye primer, and I don't know if that's just been me or the conditions. It's been very humid here, but I will do a full review on it. And again, I'm still testing it. I do like to test out products before I give you like a full swatch and review video, just so that you can get a better idea of how it's really working out. But I did use it today on my eyes, and I love this look. So very fun for summer. I had to get it early. And if you haven't gotten it yet, you're still going to have plenty of time to get your hands on it. And I'm trying to think, like, I did want to give you the nail polish that I'm wearing today. So I have got Julie G. This is 9 to 5, and it is a neon peach. And it might not be showing up that neon in the camera, but in person, this is a neon peach. I really like it. Perfect summer shade. I will say that it is a 4-coater. It just is very thin. It's very patchy, so you do have to build that baby up to get this, but I really, really like it. So guys, I want to say that's it. Like, that's a lot of what I've been using and I've been loving. You guys will have to let me know, have you found any good products for summertime? Anything that you really want to share with anybody in the comments below? Any video suggestions for this summer that you want to see from me? I've got a lot filmed coming up, just different types of videos, a lot of unboxings, some new unboxings coming up, some planner stuff coming up. There's been things I've been working on, and I want to share with you guys soon, but I hope you enjoyed. Let's chat in the comments below, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. See you guys later in my next video. Bye!